Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Random Encounters Guild. Sorry for the late start. We are getting everything squared away and making sure we have things set up properly. So, what we're doing tonight is some more of our original game mechanic we have titled Chain Theory. Once again, Kevin was unable to join us this evening. Tomorrow is our boy's birthday, and I think he was going out to celebrate this evening with his lovely wife. So hopefully he will join us next session in 2 weeks. As he
But I'm
is
here.
the other creator of the game. He and I have been working on the game together for a while now. Hey, Brett, how you doing, buddy? What we are doing as a playtest for this new system is using a Dungeon Crawl Classics funnel, which we are all big fans of Dungeon Crawl Classics. We did 2 long-term campaigns in it before we started streaming. But we're running a Dungeon Crawl Classics funnel, but with our mechanic, and we're just testing the limits of it. We want to see how it plays and if it functions the way we think it does. So this is technically a long-term play test. Is what we're trying to do with this. Chain Theory at its heart is a simple, easy to start up and run game mechanic. It's designed to be really easy to pick up and just play. That's the whole concept behind it, is super simple. You should be able to create a character in 10 minutes or less. And everything that happens in game is opposed rolls. The player will roll and I will roll. If it's something against a monster or another character, I will roll whatever that character's stats are. If it's something environmental, I will roll the same roll that the player is rolling, and high roll wins. That's all it takes. And the reason it is chain theory is we go up and down the dice chain. That's the way to level up. Is you take your brawn to, if your brawn is a D6 right now, you go up to a D7 or maybe a D8. We haven't quite figured things out yet, but at the moment we're using the weird dice that Dungeon Crawl Classics uses. So we've got the D5, the D7, the D14, the D16, the D24, and the D30. But yeah, that's the level up mechanic, is you go up to a higher die, and that gives you more chance of success. If you roll, Jeff, this is something you need to hear. If you roll a 1 or a max on the die, so if you're rolling a D8 and you roll an 8 or a 1, you get to put a little a check next to each skill. You'll see 5 little circles.
Yep.
If you roll a 1 or a max on a roll, like if I tell you to roll a melee attack, if you're trying to hit somebody, and you roll a 1 or a 8, you get to check off one of those circles. And once you've checked off all 5, you get to level up that skill to the next die up. And then once you've leveled up all 3 skills under brawn, your brawn goes up.
Yep.
And all 3 skills under brains, your brains goes up, and so on. And that's pretty much the entire game. Joining me tonight, we'll start with me. I am Guildmaster Scott. I started the Random Encounters Guild back in 2019. Generally, it started as a way for this group to get together and play. We were all friends from back in the day, except for Jonathan. He didn't exist yet.
He did exist.
And we were all friends back in high school and college, and we decided to start playing games on Sunday night to just to get together and hang out and have a good time. And that evolved into the Random Encounters Guild, which has become a community with a bunch of really cool people. We have a Discord server. There's a link if you would care to join us on Discord. We jump around from system to system and play a bunch of different games. And if someone wants to jump in and try a new game or try their hand at GMing a new game, that's welcome. You'll find players to play, and it's non-judgmental. Everybody is are cool people and ready to jump in with a new GM should that come up. So I'm Scott. Joining me this evening, we'll go over here to Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim. Tim the Toolman, or Tim the Toolman 71 in various places. Longtime member of the guild, right there in the very beginning, and just looking forward to some more Chain Theory playtest.
And Jeff.
Part of the original crew from back in the day, as has been said. I'm the old geezer that likes using his imagination, and I like chaos. I fathered Jonathan.
I don't like when you
You're
say
up.
it that way.
Nobody does.
That makes me feel icky.
I sired
yeah.
him.
No,
It's
that's
that
even
chaos.
worse. I'm Jonathan. I try to make sense of some things, especially kind of what goes on in this group. I've got the capacity for imagination like a random word generator. So we'll go up to Dan.
Hey, I'm Dan, sometimes known as Commander Dan, longtime member of the guild. Always enjoy running either Star Trek Adventures or Pirate Borg when I can find players. And I'll send it back over to Scott.
All right. And before we get too far into this, the music and sounds you're going to be hearing tonight are from the wonderful program Sirenscape. I've got I literally all the music and everything you're hearing will be through Sirenscape. And speaking of that, let me get some sounds going here. All right. All right. So by way of recap, you all grew up on a small island, and your whole goal in life was to find something more. There had to be something more exciting than living on this island. And about a year ago, a ship pulled up to the dock, and this captain came down and was offering people a chance to go to another continent on the across the sea and work as a miner and make a fortune. This was people's opportunity to go make a life for themselves that wasn't on this horrible island that you grew up on, which, let's be honest, is not that horrible, but you're just stuck there, so you think it is. And at some point, at a couple of points over the year, they even brought people back, and these people came back with bags full of gold and talking about how amazing it was, and like there's just this land of plenty, and there's plenty of work, as long as you go and work and do your part, you get paid handsomely. And there's shops there and plenty of food, and everything is awesome. And so this has become such a big deal that there has to be a lottery every time the ship comes in to decide who is going to go. Well, on this occasion, all of your characters and a few others won the lottery. There was a big celebration before you left the island. All the sailors and the captain were there, and you got on the boat and headed out across the sea. And the captain may have put some of you to work, some of you that may be more adept with whatever your occupation wound up being. But for the most part, you were just passengers, unless you had some specific skill that was required. Then that night, the first night on board, there was a big meal. The captain brought everybody together, and everybody was up on the main deck eating and drinking mead together. And then everything went black. And where you woke up, you were apparently still on the boat, but you were below decks, and you were chained to a pole. You were handcuffed and chained with your hands up above you. And there was a dragon, like a small dragon, was attacking some people in the room. One of the other people that were tied to another pole, and the screams are what woke you up. And several of you managed to yank the chains free from the pole, or actually break out of the manacles. You used the chains to beat these dragons into and these dragons were small. They were short to the ground and like about 7 feet long. No wings or anything like that. But you managed to beat these dragons back, and you found there's several of your fellow passengers that are dead. Some of them have body parts missing, arms and legs, and some of them have been gutted. It looks like they've been cut across their belly, and it looks like something was digging around inside of them.
Wow.
You found a crate off to one side that was closed, and there were 2 crew members lying on top of it dead, and they had their bellies split. And they still had their weapons. They were both wearing these weird masks, like plague doctor masks. You guys pulled them off of this crate and opened it, and the crate was full of this mushrooms and soil and manure, and the stench of it started making everybody dizzy, except for one of Dan's characters, who was a farmer and was used to the scent. But you came to the realization that this is what was keeping you asleep. Whatever these mushrooms were, the smell of them was keeping you under. And for some reason, these 2 guys had closed it, and that's what let you wake up. But then immediately after they closed it, something or someone killed them. You took their weapons. You still don't know where your stuff is. You haven't found any of that yet.
Oh, my stuff.
But you did. A couple of you took the plague doctor masks, which you figured out the nose of the plague doctor mask was full of coffee beans, and it was meant to cut the smell of the mushroom so it wouldn't knock them out. So you took their masks and you took their, I think they had short swords. I don't remember who grabbed those short swords. Hopefully somebody made note of that on their character sheet.
I didn't. I've only got
That was
chains.
me. I got them both.
And there was a ladder in the room going straight up. You see sunlight above you. There's a cargo door in the floor that was closed, and a cargo door in the ceiling above you. It is also closed. Everybody climbed up that ladder and made their way out onto the main deck. And so you stand on the main deck of the ship. The ocean stretches in all directions around you, unblemished by land or other ships beneath an eerie red sky. Despite loose sails, the ship moves smoothly along the water under a fair wind. High on the mainmast above, you see the ship's unmanned crow's nest. The two-handed lever of the ship's bilge pump is affixed near the port side of the ship. The ship's animal livestock is on this deck, but many of the cages have jostled open. Chickens, pigs, and a few goats wander the deck aimlessly, happily clucking and bleating. As they roam, you notice a trail of slimy mucus clings to their feet and hooves. 3 sailors with swords near their bodies lie dead on the deck. Based on their pallor and lividity, you'd guess they'd been dead at least 24 hours. There are 4 doors leading into cabins and separate ladders leading up to the forecastle and poop deck. Another ladder leads down to the deck from which you ascended, or from which you awakened, and a second, narrower ladder descends deeper into the ship. Cell rigging can be climbed to the crow's nest above, and that is where we left off with all of you climbing out onto the deck. And there's the map, and let me bring the map up on the stream. So you all made your way up, and like I said, we were running with 3 characters last week, but we're changing that to kind of speed things along. Everybody's got 2 characters, and you've got 2 in reserve that are still below. We're kind of retconning that a little bit. So yeah, you're here on the main deck. You see these 3 guys laying there. You can see the ladder. The ladder you're all standing around is the one you came up. There's the ladder to the starboard side that is going down, and then there's stairs going up to the main, or off the main deck, to the forecastle and the poop deck above. What do you want to do?
All right, so Dong Ki is an elven navigator. He would like to figure out in which direction we're heading. So,
Well, based
judging
upon the
by-
shadow of the thing,
based on speed or what he knows of the general area and the sun, can he figure out a direction in which we're heading? I'd be happy to roll any number.
what time of day is it, Scott? And that'll tell us whether the sun's ahead of us or
Well, like I said, it's a red
rising or
sky,
setting.
so it's getting later in the day, getting close to evening.
red at
But
night.
the
Sailors
sun is
delight.
still
Gotcha.
up. There's still what happened there? But
So if the
you
sun's
might be
behind us,
able
then
to
we're
get
headed
more of a
east.
sense if you want to get up into one of the top decks, or if you want to
Crow's
climb
nest?
up to the crow's nest.
Yeah, he'll climb in the crow's nest.
All right.
Does circling around, does that help?
He had
It's a
to climb
spiral
the pole.
staircase.
Trying to open the freaking map, and I can't do it.
There's no
Jonathan-
staircase. You're climbing rat lines.
This is a steam
So
tunnel.
yeah, you're going to need. Is anybody going with? Which one of your characters is going?
Donkey.
Donkey, of course. Is anybody climbing up with him, or are you just going to let him go on his own?
Zon will.
It looks like a pretty small crow's nest. You don't think it'll hold more than 2 people?
Come on, Zon.
All right.
Um,
He doesn't have a lot of knowledge of the sea, but he's a squire. Willing to learn.
Well, based upon the shadow, the sun is behind us. So if
That's
the
not a
top of the
shadow.
map
That's
is-
just what you can see.
Yeah.
let's-
Yeah, that's
Oh.
If you move your token, you'll see it moves.
Oh, really?
Good thinking, though.
How
Good thinking.
fun is that?
Would you like me
Okay,
to
so now I'm
roll
over here. The
anything,
sun's
Scott?
beside.
I was trying to see if you need to roll to climb the rigging, but it doesn't say you do.
But it's your
Um,
game.
It's basic
So I'm not
crime.
gonna say I'm not gonna make you roll to climb that. So you
Okay.
climb up, and you both get up into
Donkey, right? Is that right?
Donkey, yes.
Donkey.
Donkey. Okay, excuse me. Beg your pardon.
Now, are we crammed into this space, the 2 of us?
Yep.
So say that Donkey suffers from claustrophobia. Is he having a good time?
Well, you're in the open air, so it's not like you're in a tight enclosed space.
Okay.
I think you're okay. I mean, I guess
Say,
at
come
the
on,
end,
man.
it's up to you. I guess.
You stay over there on your side, right? You stay on
He
the
was
port side.
okay going up, but as soon as they're in the crow's nest, he gets very uneasy.
You
And
stay over there on the
he
port
wants to
side.
figure out his stuff and then come down.
I'll stay on the starboard side. It'll all be fine.
Riley's
all right.
going to go over and check out this other stairwell going down to see if it just goes back to where we came from.
Okay. Let me deal with the crow's nest.
Okay.
From within the cramped crow's nest, you can see for miles in every direction. The wind whips at you, and the red sky seems to be filling with foreboding clouds. A damaged lantern is affixed to the mast. The lantern's mirror is missing, and its oil reserve is empty. A large albatross lazily circles above the ship, and the fins of 2 sharks can be seen breaching the water nearby.
Zon
Everyone,
shouts, "Shark!"
if you remember, you all got superstitions. You might want to check those superstitions.
Yeah, I'm trying to find mine. I know I wrote them down somewhere, but
Jonathan, do you know what those are?
you don't have them.
You're not superstitious, but you are a little stitious. I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't
Hold
roll
on,
those, I forgot
Okay.
Oh,
Jeff.
Ba-
If you want to,
good thing Balok didn't climb up there. He's got a fear of heights.
Is that in the one of the tables or something, Scott?
yeah, I'm sharing it right now.
Okay. There it is. Okay, thanks.
So you can roll the roll button up at the top. You can
Yep.
hit that 4 times, and it'll tell you what your character's superstitions or rumor are.
Gotcha.
I don't have anything
Cool.
written down for Zon.
You should have all gotten that. We did that in character creation.
Wait, throw. Okay, maybe I do have it written down, but
Okay, so Jonathan and what skill would this be? It would be study. Jonathan and Dan, your characters who are up in the crow's nest, give me a study roll.
That's a 6
A study.
On a d6.
on a d6.
All right, give that. You get a check on study then.
Study.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
I forgot.
I rolled a 5 out of a d6.
Okay. So Dan, your character doesn't see much, but Jonathan, your character, well, first of all, you were trying to decipher what direction you're going. You're headed
Yeah.
east, which is the direction you were
Supposed to go.
going to begin with.
Okay.
But as you're looking around to the west of you, like coming up behind you, is this character? What race is this character?
This is an elven navigator.
All right. To the west behind you, coming up, you see sails of another ship just peeking over the horizon, like coming from the northwest.
Okay.
And you see this albatross. Does anybody have any superstitions about albatrosses?
Nope.
Not that I've written down. No.
I seem to have lost my list that I know I wrote down. Even though I have my notes from last week.
So here's what I'm going to do. Jonathan's character, you checked your direction and you see the ship coming up behind you. Dan, your character, because you succeeded on your roll as well.
Okay.
You're the one that you see the sharks, and you even said you yell out sharks. But you see this albatross swooping around. And while it may be just your stressed mind playing tricks on you, you could have sworn the great bird dipped a wing in salute towards you before flying towards the northwest, towards the ship coming up behind you.
The northwest. Okay, I'm processing that.
Which is where the ship is coming from.
Yes.
Can I look to
The ship is headed
Jonathan's?
east.
Our ship is heading east.
I looked at Jonathan's character. I'm like, did you see that? Did you see what that bird did?
I did not. What did it do?
It did that direction over that way. It was like motioning with its wing. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, man.
Do you get good vibes or bad vibes from that?
Well, I don't have enough, ship experiences to know if it's good or bad vibes. That's the direction that bird seemed like it wanted us to go.
If it was a salute, that gives me good vibes.
Salute. Yes, that's what it looked like. Salute.
Donkey is going to go and begin to climb down and share all of this information with everyone. He'll tell them about the sharks and
Yeah, I was about to say,
the
don't forget about the
albatross
sharks.
sightings, and that there is a ship coming in our direction from the northwest. And we don't know their intentions. So he shares that with the group when he comes down.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
So they're coming up behind us on our starboard side. If we're
Don't know
headed
their
east, and they're
intentions.
coming northwest.
What colors do we have on this ship that we can raise?
I mean the sails are up, but they're hanging limp.
Yeah, can we tighten them up? Can we reef some of the sails and get a little more knots on us?
You can
Make
try.
noise.
Now, like I said, there is a lantern up there in the crow's nest that you can
Oh, I forgot
signal,
about that.
but the mirror is
No mirror.
missing and the oil is gone.
Oh.
Hey, so Donkey, are you already back down? Donkey, are you back down?
Yes, I
When
can.
you said you remembered. All right, so as Donkey tells us about the lantern, Lewis is going to pull out his mirror and say, "Hey, I've got a mirror here that, if that helps, we can maybe make a signal or something." But Andy is going to try to get the sails reefed if possible. Try to get them tightened back up.
Well, before we do that, so you guys are climbing down.
Yes,
Right.
Sure. Yes.
my character is. I won't speak for Dan.
Well, fair enough, but I would say if you're going down, I probably will too. I'm probably not comfortable staying up there on my own.
There are,
wanna
as I
sleep the
said,
albatross?
there are three sailors there that are dead, and their swords are
Yep.
laying there. Does anybody want to pick those up?
Oh, sure.
Sure. Yes.
Lewis for sure wants to pick one up. He's an armorer. He wants to investigate the swords.
Given that we don't have our own weapons, yeah.
I mean, they're kind of beat up, but they're decent. Like they're maintained,
Usable.
but they're also well used.
Gotcha. Lewis would definitely want one.
I'll take one.
Anybody else? There's one more.
Riley will take one.
All right, I'm gonna say those do. They do. Let's say D6 of damage. So note that you have a longsword, and the damage rating on it is D6.
What would you say a short sword is?
Uh,
That's what I have.
A 3.
yeah, a D5. We'll go with D5.
Okie doke.
These are short swords, yes.
He just said longsword.
The one you just
yeah,
picked up
so-
is a long sword.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Well, that's what I wrote, but yeah, I'm sorry, got confused. Okay.
Let me make sure that's it just says swords.
Okay. Jonathan.
I'm sorry, I'm giving some
It's okay. While we're sitting here, Jonathan, what's written on the back of your chair? I see a D.
I don't know. What does it say?
You don't sit mod? What does that say? I don't know.
I just sit. I don't know how to read.
I found him.
You don't know how to read. That's okay.
the swords on the sailors are short swords, so they'll be D5, not D6.
Okay.
Short sword. D5.
Short.
Okay.
Got it. Oh. Zon had a long sword, I guess, that was taken from him.
Yeah, you haven't found your personal equipment yet.
Right.
Oh, so I don't have a mirror then.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
right.
No. No.
But he
pressure
did tell a tale of once having a mirror, but he can't find it right now. That would be a good idea to have one if we wanted to signal, but anyway. But Anda is still going to try to reef the sails and get them tightened up to get the ship moving.
Well, I think you just got one character for now.
I thought we had two.
One is underneath the ship.
You've got
Oh,
two
gotcha.
characters up here.
Oh, we do
Two
have that?
below, two up here.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
I misunderstood. My bad.
Yeah. Because Anda's a trapper, so I'm assuming he knows something about nets and sails and ropes and things of that nature.
Nets and okay.
Sails, nets.
Why
I mean, like lines and
giving me
braces
what I need?
and anchors.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find something very specific, and I'm having a hard time finding it in Fantasy Grounds. Do you leave the lantern up there in the crow's nest, or no?
To be fair, I didn't bring it down, so
I left it up there. I did not
I
bring
did
it.
too. Because you said it looked like it was broken.
The mirror is missing, and the oil is depleted, but it's not broken.
Well, okay, but even so, I wouldn't have. Once again, I don't. My character of Zahn doesn't have enough seaworthy knowledge he wouldn't have thought to bring it down. No.
If you start talking about it didn't have any oil, Gerard would be like, I had some oil. They took it from me.
I had some Earl. Okay, so as you climb down, and Jeff or Jonathan, your character is climbing down first?
Yes.
All right, so but while you guys start climbing down, Tim wanted to look down this other ladder down the opposite side. It does not go down to where you woke up. If you remember, there was only one ladder down there.
That's what I was thinking.
So this goes down to a deeper deck.
Interesting.
So the ladder on the left where I'm standing is the one where we came up. The one where Tim is the other. Gotcha.
And then you've got the stairs going up to the forecastle and the poop deck on the aft. Jeff, do you want to do anything while they're up in the crow's nest? Tim is looking around. Do you want to do anything while they're up there? I want to give you the ability to. I know you're
yes.
picking up swords and stuff, but
yeah, Lewis is going around checking out the swords and looking at see what kind of defense mechanisms that he can find, since that's his expertise. But Anda is going to try to do his best to shore up some of the sails, get them tightened up, and at least not to do anything extra, but he wants to tighten up the sails at least if they're hanging loose.
All right, I'm going to say
Also,
that is would it be a brains roll to know how to do it, or would it be a strong arm roll to physically be able to do it?
Well, it would be strength.
Both.
It'd be strength to physically do it, but you'd have to know what you're doing first. So you pick.
2 rolls.
Both.
Yeah, give me a
That's
brains
what-
roll. What do you have in brains?
Brain is D6.
All right,
Sorry.
give me a D6.
Well done.
You
Yeah,
killed
you're
it.
not 100% sure, but you think you think you can, there's a bunch of ropes. You don't know
Yeah.
exactly where each one's going. You're
Gotcha.
unsure. Do you
They
want
gotta
to
go some.
try to manipulate them or not?
Yes, he's going to try to manipulate without going overboard with.
All right,
crazy
that'll be a
with
strong arm then. What do you have in strong arm?
in my brawn is a D6.
All right, you're going to go with a D5. Since you
So
failed
that's a
your-
1 minus.
Yeah, do the negative one
Yep.
die and roll a D6. Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay.
Aha. Interesting.
Yeah, you're over there fidgeting with the ropes, but like one of them comes loose out of your hand, and like the whole half of the sail, like just goes limp and swings down. Like you actually loosened it instead of tightening it.
Tighten it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes,
Lewis
Brett,
is checking all the armor.
as yeah, Jeff, you weren't here last time, so you missed we educated your son in that the con and con artist is for confidence man.
Yeah.
And all of them pretended like this was information they already knew, and that I was an idiot for not knowing it.
It's a 70s thing.
Oh,
Interesting enough, that was on the Von Hessler Doctrine not long ago, Jonathan.
Mm.
Okay, so here we go. Tim's character is over here looking down this ladder, trying to figure out where it goes. Jeff's character is over here loosening up the rigging for some reason. Jonathan and Dan's characters are climbing down. And just as Jonathan's character, his foot hits the deck, you hear a weird sound, like a growl.
It's Dan
And-
Jones.
This creature climbs up over the he climbs up onto the forecastle. Why can I not?
Because we're scared.
Make sure you're on the right map.
I'm on the right map. I can't. I had him off into the water, and now it won't let me put him in the boat.
It's because big scary monsters don't belong in boats.
Whoa. What
Oops,
just happened?
sorry, my bad. I'm just randomly clicking buttons trying to. I'm going to delete that token and start again.
Oh, there you go. It's weird.
So this creature climbs over the side of the deck. He comes up out of the water.
Ugh. Why is he doing that?
He appears to
He wants to talk with us so we can reason out our differences.
That's
He
a good
wants
idea.
to explain to Anda or Lewis, whichever one it was, how to do the rigging.
And the
That makes sense. Lewis, I think, would have done better. I'm guessing Huey
Lewis.
and News is downstairs.
Oh,
Yes.
this
my.
creature resembles a 4-foot-long stony iguana. Looks
What?
kind of like the creatures you fought down below deck, but it's bigger. I know I said earlier that those creatures were 7 feet long. I was just making it up off the top of my head. They were smaller than this guy.
So he's 8 feet long.
His rough hide is a dark gray color. But he climbs over
What's
the
his
side of
smooth
the
hide
deck
look like?
and screeches and starts making his way towards you. And he gets up here to this stairway. So let's roll initiative, everybody. The way you roll initiative, Jeff, is you're going to roll your brisk roll. Whatever your
Gotcha.
die is in brisk, you're going to roll that and give me that number.
For both characters.
For both characters?
No, just one roll for both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we supposed to see the token for this monster?
Yeah, because I don't.
He
I don't
went into
wanna.
this room. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, lovely.
He can open doors now.
Oh no!
They're like velociraptors.
There you go. He's there.
Ugh. Gotcha.
Oops.
Where? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How do we shift the map around inside the window?
If you go up, there's
On the
little
wheel,
icons
click
at the
the
top.
click the
Mouse.
wheel,
Oh, gotcha.
hold down the wheel, and you can move it around.
Yeah.
Or there's a navigation thing in the.
Yeah.
You can also use Alt F4. It works well.
Really?
I'm not doing Alt F4, dork.
So Jeff, you got a 3.
Correct.
Oh, I put that in wounds, not initiative.
No, don't do that.
Alt F4. Wait, what does that translate to on a Mac?
Don't
Mac
do that.
button, Mac button F4.
Jonathan
say
got
that again.
5. Tim, what did you
Don't
get?
do it. I got a
Don't
whopping
do it,
3.
Dan.
3.
Yeah,
Dan, what did you get?
5.
Up, you're already in there at 5. This creature's brisk. What do I want to make his brisk?
73.
Let's go with this. I'm
A
going to go with this
D70.
die that I'm not allowed to use.
Must have
Excuse
been
me?
a 5 or a 7.
Well, based on the discussion we had earlier, only the 5 is the one in question, I think.
We'll just call it the dice that should not be named.
Well, you can call it a D5. You just can't show a picture of it.
Okay. So everybody gets to go before this guy.
Nice.
Yahoo!
Wow, we got less than a 3.
But I am telling you right now, this guy is
Big,
here
bad, and ugly.
to mess you up.
So
So
how bad could he be?
We're not surprised.
I kind of hinted to Tim last week in our the NASA Lost Universe game. I don't know if anybody caught the name of this ship when we played last time, but the name of the ship is the Eye of Nostro.
Is that from a playoff of Alien?
Yeah, we're playing Alien on a pirate ship.
Oh, lovely.
This is the creature.
I'll be fine. Riddles isn't here to trick me.
So Jonathan and Dan, you both got 5s. What are and Jeff and Tim, you both got 3s?
That's right.
What die did you, Jonathan and Dan, what die did you roll?
6.
D6. 6.
Okay, you both rolled a D6. All right, I'll let you decide who goes first.
Dan's
I
gonna
don't,
go
I don't,
first.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, lovely. I'm going first. Okay,
The
sure.
combat tracker has Dan first. It's Dan, Jonathan, Jeff, Tim, and then the monster. So
I like
if
it.
you want to go with that, that's fine.
And in a
Sounds
way
to
that
me.
makes sense. I'm closer. I picked up that short sword. I have it in hand.
Do you want to run up to it, or do you want to wait on it to come down?
Oh, that's a good question. Are these 10-foot squares, or
Nope, they're 5s.
Wait, how creative can I get here? Can I run
Probably
up?
not
Okay, so here's what I'm wondering. Can I run up to the side of this stairwell going up to I assume this is forward, the forecastle deck?
Yeah.
and make a swing at this thing from down below? with
No,
my short sword?
technically he's on the forecastle deck above you. He hasn't
Oh.
come down the steps yet. If I put him up there, it puts him in this room that you haven't opened yet, so it hides him.
So I have
So
to be here.
You can either go up the steps or wait on it to come down.
I'm just gonna go ahead and be aggressive.
Flanking. Go flanking.
And take my short sword and make or attempt to make a cut.
All right, so that will be a melee attack. And what
Okay.
die are? Well, it doesn't matter what die you. What do I?
Well,
to-
the short sword you told me. Well, wait, hang
No,
on.
that's not.
melee-
That's only damage. If you're going to attack with a melee weapon, you've got a melee attack on your
Oh.
brawn. That will be
It's
your
a-
roll.
It's a D8. Okay. Yeah.
And
on the
yeah,
brawn,
at this
D8.
point, we haven't played enough for you to have leveled anything up yet. So,
Okay. So roll the D8.
yes, I'm trying to decide what his stats are.
Roll the d8.
Because I've got brawn, D8. Yeah.
I'm gonna
melee.
go with this.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you roll your D8, and I roll my my agility. Oh no, his agility is much higher than that. Let's go with this.
Ah,
Roll something low, Scott.
could be worse.
Actually, I rolled a 1, so that is a hit.
Okay.
So now you roll your D5 for your damage.
Gotcha. Do I hit the minus 1D and then hit like a D6?
Yes.
Okay.
Thought you had physical.
I do, but I'm trying to keep so you guys know I'm not cheating.
What's the point of having physical then?
Okay, I'll
So
do it.
you
I'll-
rolled two damage.
You're right. You're right. Let's negate that, and I'll just roll what I have here physical. Let's see if I would have done
So
any
yeah,
better.
you slash at
No.
it and you dig into, like, you hit its arm and it screeches. Jonathan,
Let's see.
do something. Do I get a chance to move or no? No, I already moved.
you moved
Sorry.
up there.
Yep, gotcha.
That's where you are now.
What are the
Or well,
animals?
wait, Jonathan, before you go, what does your other character do, Dan?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Does he even have a weapon in hand? He could.
If he doesn't have a weapon, he doesn't have to do anything. He can go hide and do
Live
whatever.
fight
But
another day.
No, I don't think because all his stuff was taken from him, right?
yes,
Did he not get a chain when we broke free? Or is he one of the
That's-
ones that chose not to take the chain?
I don't have that marked on here, so I don't know.
Then I would say you didn't get a chain.
well, none of you marked the chain down that you kept it, but if you want to
Yeah.
have kept the chain and brought it up here,
I
that's
wrote
fine.
down
with
on the
me.
ones that kept their chain.
Normally, Balak would have had a pitchfork, but I'm assuming that was taken from him. So
No,
he's
he
got-
does not have any of his starting equipment. You have not found
Okay.
it yet.
So yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna cower and hide.
Okay, Jonathan.
All right. What are the animals doing?
The goats and the chickens,
Bleeding and
they all run. They all like scurry over here to the aft. The pigs oddly don't react.
Well, that's suspicious.
yeah.
There's 3 pigs, and they're just going on about their business. Couldn't care less.
Well, that could just be because that's how pigs are. Are over here, this is stairs.
Yep. Stairs
Yeah,
going
go up
up
the
to
other
the stone
side.
castle.
Well,
Go up
Now,
the port
if you
side,
go
starboard side.
If you go up the starboard side, you'll be on the deck and you can come around behind it.
okay.
But that will you can't make all of that in one move.
Yeah. All right. Don Key is going to come and stand. Would you say that about right here that he could take his sword and try to stab up, kind of around the stairs? That way, he still might can have cover or something like that.
No, I mean there's a handrail, so like you would be, it's up above you, and you would be
Okay.
like trying to jab in like that. When it's done killing Dan's character, it'll come down the steps, and
Okay.
you can attack it then. Or you can go up the other side, but it's headed down, so you know it's coming down.
Flanking.
Is this open over here?
No, that is
This
the
cargo hold.
that is the cargo,
So cargo, yeah.
hold that goes down into the room you woke up in. But it is closed. It would need a strength check to open it.
All right. Can I use both of my characters to try and open that?
Sure. What have you got in strong arm?
I have a D8 and a D6.
All right. Give me those
So-
rolls.
Here's a D8. That was great. Here's a D6.
You want to know what I rolled, Jonathan?
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8 and a 6.
I was so close.
So yeah, your two characters run over and start, but you can't. It's not that you can't lift it. It's maybe it's stuck in, lodged in there somehow, but you can't get it
The
open.
thought was to lure it over here with pigs and then shove it in the cargo hold.
Down there where all the other humans are at, including your backup
Yeah,
characters.
where other players are.
Listen,
Where our
if I have to
comrades
choose
are.
between Cowl and Chacon and Donkey and Lemuel, I'm going to choose Donkey and Lemuel.
Jeff, it is your turn.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, so Anda is going to try to make his way up the stairs as far as he can. Do we have a distance limit on this? Do we have a range?
Yeah, if your character's a human, it's 30.
Okay. So these are 5 each.
Yep. If it's a dwarf or a halfling,
10,
it's
16,
20.
25. So with that, I could technically get to the square just north of where I'm sitting right now. I just didn't want to go up there because I don't want to lose the icon. So, but I want to go up that stair on the side over there and get up onto the other deck.
You know what? Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Uh-oh. Wait, what's happening?
So
I saw
this-
that earlier, but there was no map that ever came up.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, I see now. Okay.
I don't see anything.
Oh, we're
Hold
loading.
on.
There it
I
goes.
do.
There it is.
We can see the forecastle deck.
Yep.
Oh.
All right. So that should be where everybody's at. So you see the sails, you see the
I only see one map.
yeah, you should see the top deck.
Okay.
Let me close that map.
So nobody's on the main deck anymore?
Well, this
Well, we're
is
technically still there.
yeah, the
Okay,
what's
that's what I
down
was like,
below is the main deck. Where Jonathan's character and Tim's character are at, that's still the main deck. But now
Yeah.
you can move around the forecastle and the poop deck if you decide to.
Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, so that's as far as he can get is to that part. And I'm
Now, I
assuming
will
that
say this: you can double move if you want to, but you won't be able to act at the end of it. Like you can go another 30 feet, and that'll be the end of your.
no, I'm happy for Lewis and the
and to get to that point right there.
All right. So both your characters went up there.
Yep, both are over there. They're
All
working
right.
in tandem.
Tim,
Um,
climbing down the ladder.
I'm contemplating it.
Do
Yeah,
something. Anything.
there's plenty of people up here to take care of this thing.
I don't think so.
We're going down the stairs. I mean, down the ladder.
Wake everybody up. Thanks.
No, we're going down to the low.
I know. Yeah.
Do both your characters jumping on the ladder and going?
Yes, Riley and Gerard.
All right. They climb down and start making their way down the ladder into darkness. I will add. You don't make it to the
then,
bottom of the ladder. You'll do that on your
Whoa.
next turn. All right. It is the creature's turn. He is going to try to bite Dan's character, whoever this is in front of him.
Zon.
So I'm going to, that'll be a melee. So you roll brisk. Whatever your brisk is, that's the roll you're going to give me right now. And I'm going to roll my
Zon.
melee attack.
Brisk. This is a D6. Okay.
Oof.
Ah!
Nice. You get a pip.
Oh. Thank you for reminding me, because I wouldn't have thought of that. Wait.
The
where'd it
dice
go?
giveth and
Brisk.
the dice taketh away. He tries to bite Dan's character, but his new short sword, he kind of swats him away and kind of dodges and misses the
Wait.
snap.
Within brisk, this goes under what? Ranged, fitness, mobility.
Melee.
That's finesse.
That's under brawn.
to
Oh yeah. For the pip on the wrist.
that would be mobility.
Okay. Gotcha.
I would say he would move, but I think he's going to keep trying to attack Dan's character as he's right in front of him. So we're going to the top of round 2,
Boo.
and it is Dan's turn again.
Let him have it.
I was thinking about running away, but
You can do that.
A good run's better than a bad stand any day.
did I do any damage to him before?
Yep.
He's wounded.
All right, screw it. I'm right here. Let's make another attack with that short sword, which is hang on.
All right, that'll be a melee attack against his mobility.
So D8, right? Zon,
Good grief.
brawn, melee,
Yep,
D8.
whatever your
yeah.
melee attack is.
Just making sure I'm rolling the right. Whoa!
So that'll be your melee attack skill under brawn. You'll get a pip in that. And that hits. I rolled a 3, so that hits.
All right.
So give
now
me a
damage,
D5 for
which is
your.
D5
Yeah, give me a D5 for damage.
minus 1D. Roll the 6.
Come on.
Dan is on fire.
This Dan is on fire.
So wait.
No
So
wonder
since
you
I
didn't wanna
stood
roll
here,
physical dice.
do what? Oh,
No wonder you didn't want to roll physical dice. You've hacked the
I mean-
dice roller on fantasy
I mean,
rounds.
I have them here. I could.
What does your
Uh,
other character do? Or
my
does this
other-
character, now that he's hit him again, do you want to run now?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna back off at this point. Maybe
All
down
right.
to here.
And your other character is still hiding?
Wait, hang on. Not to cheat. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can move to there. The other character, yeah, because he's got nothing. I mean, unless he's gonna throw a fist.
All right, Jonathan,
No.
you
Yeah,
want to
he's
try to
hiding.
open the cargo hold again?
Oh, wait. Can my other character, Balak, can he help to open the cargo hold?
Yeah.
My characters were going to give up on that, actually.
Okay. Well, yeah. If
They're,
Jonathan's characters are not going to do that, then Balak won't either.
I
But
mean,
was
it's
thinking-
legit, like just giving him straight access to all of the other, your backup characters, all of the other passengers are all down there. So,
Well, they failed it the first time, and they have no grit and no determination. So they're just
But
going
I'm
to give up.
Okay.
They're gonna. My two people are gonna go in tandem, and they're going to double move. You say maybe get about right there. I was down here. I didn't actually count anything.
that's fine.
Okay.
Like a typical musician.
I just felt it.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Well, Lewis is going to, with his short sword, going to make his way over. And just take a stab at the creature. He's going to come at him from this side.
All right,
Stands
give me a melee attack roll.
A melee for that guy
It'll
is
be under
that.
your brawn. It'll just be your brawn.
Yeah.
Come on. You hit it.
Yeah.
So give me a D5.
So my damage. Yep.
Oh,
All right.
Ah.
well
It
done.
kind of you come in and it kind of glances on this scaly hide. It just kind of it chinks at this armored hide it has, and you don't think you really got through, did much damage. Or well, I think, yeah. What I decided to do was everything. You'd at least get 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Because I hate a successful hit with no damage. I think that sucks.
Yeah, I got you.
So, so anything else?
Yeah, Anda is going to come over to this side and no.
He would have a chain if you're wondering if he'd have a weapon. We all came up with chains when we broke free if we wanted.
Yeah, if that's possible, then whatever he has on hand, he doesn't have any specific weapons or whatever. But if we come up with shackles or whatever on, he's going to slam them against the creature best he can.
All right. So that'll be a melee attack roll again.
D6, I'm assuming.
Whatever you have in brawn.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it misses. I rolled I rolled max on the on his brisk.
Yep, figures.
Tim, still climbing down.
Working my way down. Thankfully, my character that was afraid of the dark is not one of these two.
All right. The narrow ladder from the main deck descends into the ship's cargo hold. The area is dark and cramped and smells of yeast, rot, and whale oil. The entire area is crowded with crates and barrels carefully stacked and tied together. Along the bulkheads of the ship, tied down with numerous ropes and elaborate knots, are several masts, sails, and other items in order to repair the ship while at sea. Both fore and aft, you see many posts with rows of hammocks fastened between them. The crew's lockers are neatly are neatly stacked against the port and starboard bulkheads. 5 unlit lanterns sway over the bunks. Several corpses of sailors lie rotting on the deck. Like the others you've seen, they are bloated and rancid and appear to have been disemboweled. Rats feeding on the corpses' extremities scurry away as you approach.
That's nice.
Exits include the ladder leading upwards, the cargo hatch overhead, and a smaller closed hatch in the deck.
Up on the top deck, they hear a very loud nope, and they begin scurrying their way back up the ladder.
Okay.
Wait, but did you search them for weapons and such?
Nope, and they scurried back up the ladder.
Okay.
All right. The creature, having taken a lot of damage,
Ooh.
he is going to take this opportunity to leap overboard and down into the water.
That's very cowardly.
With the sharks
Interesting.
and blood.
So you don't know where he went or what his plan is, but he thought better of fighting. Yeah, Brett wants you guys to jump in and follow him. Everybody overboard.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Seems like a
So
great
yeah,
idea.
he jumps over and splashes into the water, and you're out of combat. And with that, we've got about 40 more minutes, so we're going to take a quick break. Go to the bathroom, grab a drink. We'll be back. We may not go the full 5 minutes. We'll just come back when we're all ready and good to go. Stick around with us. We got more happening on this deck once we go. So let me hit this. back, everybody. And letting us take a quick break. We're
That was fun.
we're jumping back in. So you guys just managed to chase off this creature.
No,
It's not like anything you've ever seen before.
But we've
you
seen
say
it
chase
now.
it. You say chase it off. I'm not sure that it's not coming.
We know how to
back.
handle it now.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Are the
So
pigs
yeah, you're
concerned?
and as you guys are looking over the side and seeing the creature like dive down, Tim's two characters come climbing back up the ladder out of that lower deck.
Yeah, and Riley's going, nope, 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 not going down
And
there
you're
again.
all on this this main deck here together once again. What would you like to do?
So wait, which of Tim? Both of Tim's characters?
What do we know about the ship that's been coming up from the northwest from our back right side, our back starboard side?
You don't know anything about it. I don't know that Jonathan even told you that that he saw it.
I did.
He told all of us all what he saw when he came down.
I just said there's a ship and it's coming. You said that there's some rooms or some doorways.
Yeah, there's two doorways going underneath the forecastle and two doorways going underneath the poop deck. There's also up above the on the forecastle and the poop deck if you want to explore that.
Oh, doorway.
And,
you
and
reach
these three pigs are still these F tokens are the pigs.
Okay.
So, did you share the main deck back with us and put us all over there? Or
No, we're still on this top deck map.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to go into one of those cabins.
I'd say poop deck. Let's go into one of those doors. That's potentially where the captain.
Oh, that's interesting. I can see the sails.
Yeah. All right. The slime or the mucus. Is it on the pigs?
It's on their hooves.
Okay. And is
They're
it like
they're
a,
like leaving tracks of it all over the place.
like a slug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's like they've walked through something and it's gotten all over their hooves and they're just tracking it
Can
all
I-
over the ship.
I'm gonna check the crates and the cargo to see what the source of this mucus slime is. Are those on this deck?
The cages where
Cages, that was word.
the livestock should be are on this deck. Yes.
Can I check the cages and see if there is anything resembling what they've walked through?
Yeah. And as this creature is jumped off overboard and back into the water, the chickens and the goats all kind of start moving around again. But yeah, in the there's one cage where this mucus is like there's a big puddle of it, and it looks like that's where it's coming from.
Where are the cages you're talking about?
They're just off to the side. We'll say
Okay.
they're on the starboard side.
Okay.
And for
let
those
me,
of us that were not born on a boat, that's the right side.
Right side, correct. Port's left. Yeah, so Lewis
they're
is
over here. I don't know if Jeff,
port.
they've added a ping feature into
Yeah, I saw
Fantasy
that.
Grounds since
Yeah.
the last time we've done it. So I'm going to say they're over here.
That's the
Starboard
port side.
No.
The
Nope,
starboard side, right
that's
side.
starboard.
Yeah.
Believe
So-
me, I learned this when running Aliens. I learned all about starboard, port, aft, and fore. I
had
use
my
those
map
terms
upside
running
down.
Alien all the time. So
Zon
port,
would like to
Lewis
go.
port
wants to
and
check out
left
the-
have the same number of letters.
Yes. Lewis wants to check out the rooms on the aft part of the ship from the main deck.
That's what I've been trying to say. Yeah, Zon would like to do.
All right, so Jonathan's character is looking at the cages. Jeff and Dan's characters are wanting to go to these rooms in the underneath the poop deck. Tim, what are your
mine's
characters
gonna-
doing?
We're going to go up on the poop deck.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wanting to go under the poop deck. I'm wondering, yeah, because that's where the captain's cabin would be, and that's what I'm wanting to
Okay.
go check
Well,
out.
let's deal with this real quick. Climbing a small ladder, Tim, you make your way onto the poop deck, which offers a haunting view of the ship enveloped by the darkening skies and the vast ocean. A shark fin can briefly be seen
No,
breaching the ship's wake before submerging again.
no.
You're alarmed to find the ship's wheel has been splintered to pieces. So now, in addition to all of the other hardships you've endured, you're also left wondering how will you possibly steer the ship. Near the splintered ruins of the ship wheel is a small locker.
Uh-oh.
Riley's going to walk over to that. As Riley walked over to the stairs going up, Gerard got close to the edge and just looked out over the water and couldn't go any further. He went back around to the side of the. He's kind of cowering there beside the stairs and the wall to the room of the poop deck underneath. But yeah, Riley's going to walk over to check this out. But Gerard is obviously very scared of getting close to the water.
All right. So are you opening this locker?
Can I check it for traps?
You sure can. We're going to say that will be a study roll.
Alrighty. Come on, Norse Foundry, don't let me down.
What are you rolling?
D6. It doesn't matter unless you tie it. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. You get to check off one of the
Yep.
pits under study. So you don't think it's trapped?
So yeah, he's just going to pop it right open.
All right.
Unless it's
It
locked.
opens up and you find a sounding line, which is 50 feet of rope with a large lead weight on the end. You find navigational tools, a sextant, an astrolabe worth 20 gold pieces.
Ooh.
You find a spyglass with
Oh.
worth 25 gold pieces.
Nice.
Also in the locker is the ship's ledger. You find a book that says ledger on the cover.
Yeah, we're gonna gather all that up and put it in our handy dandy. We don't have a sack.
You open the book.
Yes. I'm a hunter. I can read. Sign.
It contains a list of names of the crew and an inventory of like you on the first page you see the crew's names, and then you turn a page and it says livestock, and it's got the pigs, the goats, chickens. You turn the page and this page says livestock, and you see people's names.
Donkey,
And
Labule.
you start scanning down, like there's several pages of names. Like you may know some of these names, people who left before you, and you flip to the end of the book and there's your name.
Ah.
There's Balok's name.
Well,
There's all of your characters' names are listed under the word livestock.
lovely.
They don't like it. But yeah, I'm gonna put the spyglass and the sextant and stuff like that in my pockets, and I'm gonna grab the book. And do I see anything else up there?
Nope, just the shattered the steering. It's got the big
Yeah.
steering wheel, but
So-
it's been shattered and just like falling apart. It's got the post coming up, but the pieces of the wheel are just completely shattered, laying on the deck.
All right.
So,
I
can
I don't
we- No, go ahead, Tim.
I don't want to take up too much time, but can I use a spyglass real quick to look towards where Jonathan's character had mentioned the ship?
Yeah.
All right. Is that going to be another study?
Yeah, it'll be a study roll. What are you
Norse
rolling?
Foundry. D6.
All right.
Ah, a 6.
All right, put a check off on study, and I rolled a 5. So yeah, you see. Whereas what Jonathan saw from up in the crow's nest, he saw the sails and the masts coming over the horizon. Now you see the entire ship. It is gaining speed on you.
So
You still can't make out. It's a ship
What's on it?
in equal size to the Eye of Nostro, but you don't see any names or flags or anything. It's still far enough away. But now, instead of just seeing the sails, you see the entire ship. It's come over the horizon.
All right, then I'm going to stow that in my pocket and then head downstairs with the book to spread the joyous news that we're livestock.
All right. So let's
I'm wondering-
go.
At the risk of metagaming here, can we access the rudder chain to, even if the wheel is smashed, to try to steer the ship?
I mean, you could try.
That's knowledge rudder chain. Do you have that?
I don't have that.
Well, Daniel has
I didn't
that,
put a mark
but
in that.
Daniel's seen one too many Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but I'm asking if it can be done. Yeah.
All right. So we're
In a
back
nut- in a nut-
on to the main deck map.
Okay. In a nutshell, I'm asking if we can figure out a way to steer the ship, even with the wheel being smashed.
It would be a die roll. Everything in this game is a die roll. It's an opposed die roll. It would be your brains roll against
And
my roll.
And to be
If
fair,
you're smart enough to know how to make that happen, then it will
neither
happen.
one of my it'd be a D6 roll. And to be fair, neither one of my characters are seafarers, so I mean,
Yeah, you're not up there. You're not. You stayed down below. So at this point, you're not rolling on that because you're not up there.
okay.
Right now, my primary information coming down is we're livestock.
So, but yeah, while Tim is up there on the poop deck, Jonathan is looking at the cages. Dan and Jeff, you were wanting to go into this the starboard side door going aft.
Originally, yeah, that was my thinking to go. And I'm
Okay.
trying to get to the captain's cabin because I'm thinking that's where the most valuable information would be.
All right, you enter. You open this door and.
Wait, what? Oh.
Need to.
Whoa.
Ah,
Yeah, I lost. I was looking.
hold on. I
Yeah,
got you.
there it
I
is.
got you. Can't figure out why it's not allowing you to go through that door. Can you move your character through that door?
I will try. Hang on. No. Wait.
Yeah, there you
maybe.
go.
You just had to open the door.
Oh, that's new. Okay, cool, Fantasy Grounds. I see you.
This is weird. But yes, I'm in a new
Let
room.
me show this on the screen. Okay, so yeah, you open that door, and okay, compared to the other areas you've explored on the ship, which are tightly packed with equipment and cargo, this stateroom seems opulent and spacious. Inside the cabin is a bed against the starboard wall, 6 chairs which surround an ornate table, a writing desk, and a wardrobe. Affixed to one wall is an elaborately crafted rope mermaid, which sparkles in the light.
Wait,
Along the
rope?
aft wall is a
Okay.
block or a block of windowless, a block of windows, which have been smashed open, allowing fresh, salty air to permeate the cabin. The floor of the cabin is covered in broken glass and slime trails.
Slime.
Now, you say affixed an elaborately crafted rope mermaid. So a mermaid made from rope?
Made out of rope.
Let me. At first glance,
Can
the rope mermaid appears to be an exquisite craft. It is 3 feet tall. Is a 3 foot tall mermaid constructed from a skillfully knotted and twisted rope attached to wooden planks.
Otherwise known as macrame.
Do
Can
you
I-
want to study it more, or are you just glancing at it?
No, I wanted to study it more.
All right, give me a study roll.
Hang on.
And what are you rolling for that study?
That's what I'm looking.
Be brains.
D6. That'll be a D6 roll. Okay.
Okay. Put a check on study.
Where'd my pencil go? There it is.
You, as you kind of walk over, your character walks over and kind of really like is looking at it. You don't necessarily, or do you put your hands on it? Or are you just kind of leaning in and really looking it over?
You know what? Screw it. I'll put my hands on it.
You realize that it is actually a magic scroll.
Wow. Okay.
You get the sense that if you trace your finger around the knots, if you start at the end of the rope and trace your finger all the way around, you may not know what spell it is that's going to happen, but you think something will happen if you. It looks like it's some kind of a magic scroll.
Is anyone else in the room with me at this point?
I think Jeff was. Jeff, were
No,
you
I was
going
going
in
to the
behind
north.
him?
No, I was going to the north. On the
I
other
stepped.
side.
I stepped into the doorway. I've been there for a minute.
Okay.
What would you like to do? Like with your other character, Dan? What are they up to?
The other character. Hang on. Yeah, Balog is following. We'll say, but is there anything else in this room of interest that he would see?
There's a desk, a writing table. I mean, there's several things, but you got to go look at them.
Yeah, Balog would check out the desk.
On top of the desk is an ocean map showing several islands and coastlines. You'll recognize the names of Alviz, which is where you grew up, the island that you grew up on, as well as Lys, your original destination where you were headed. They told you they were taking you to Lys.
Okay.
Does your character have a background in navigation at all?
I don't think I'm looking. I don't think so. No.
Don Key
He's a-
does.
He's a farmer, so no.
Yeah, I mean, you would know that Donkey is a navigator. Do you shout out to him, or what do you do?
Sure. He'll be like, "Hey, donkey, come over here and take a look at this."
Donkey, hearing his name pronounced correctly, hurries over.
Does he trot over?
All right, Donkey,
Gallop.
give me a study roll. And what are you rolling for that?
Donkey is rolling a d6.
All right.
That's a 6.
I rolled a 3, and you get to put a pip in study. You looking at this map, you estimate that that lease is a 7-day sail from Alvise, and returning to Alvise is 3 days sail, like roughly from where you're at. But you can take the map, like you give yourself the like put under Donkey, he's got the ocean map.
Okay.
Because Tim's character got some navigational tools that you may not have yet, but you might be able to use them later. There's a drawer in the desk. Does anybody want to open the drawer?
Baylock.
Do you want to check it or anything, or are you just going to grab it and open it?
No, he's an idiot. He'll just open it.
All right. Give
Does
me
anybody else find it fascinating? We have Baylock and the donkey.
That's a deep cut right there.
Give me a mobility roll, Dan.
Hang on. Baylock, mobility.
And what are you rolling for mobility?
Wait, that's what I'm trying to find. Mobility.
A brisk. You haven't leveled up yet, so it'll be brisk.
Brisk. Yeah, there it is. Mobility. This is D6. Okay. All right. Can I cash in a reroll for the night?
Yes, you can.
Or you could burn
Okay,
a pip.
I was gonna say, and he gets a pip for 1-2, or you gotta take a pip away.
He gets a pip for the 1, but if he cashes in a reroll, he doesn't get the pip.
You
Lose it. Okay, that's
correct. Yeah, I don't get a pip if I cash in a reroll. Yeah.
right.
It's better than what I rolled. Set that card away.
What does this do?
Wait, what?
It's a trap.
The trap.
Oh,
You know, Admiral Akbar.
boom. Okay, you when you grab the handles and you pull, and like those boxes that you can, those little trick boxes, like 2 spring-loaded arms come down, and they have these needles, and they just like grab into your hands. You take 1 point of damage.
I don't like this game.
But once the drawers open, there's a spyglass.
Oh,
There is a
Now we have
purse
2.
containing 15 gold pieces.
I don't. Wait. Okay.
Is it a Gucci?
And there's the captain's log.
Wouldn't that be on the poop deck?
Great. You're giving Dan the captain's log.
Nope, that was the ledger. This is the
I
captain's
was-
log.
So
Just doing captain's log poop humor.
where? Oh, there we go.
Ah,
Hit points. Okay. And you told me I got. Wait, what? Captain's log?
yep.
Starting.
You want to open it?
Tell me what else I got. Hang on. Maybe.
Spyglass.
Spyglass.
Um,
I thought there was a third thing.
purse containing 15 gold,
Okay. 15 gold pieces, yeah.
and the captain's log.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
I wanna-
you've been in this room for 1 round.
Okay. If I can open can I open the captain's log? For sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
You open it.
Sure.
The first entry you come to, officer on deck spotted a sloop flying Ibis colors, likely the raider Eater S. The Star was able to evade her during the night. Must be more careful with the lanterns.
I hope some other people are writing this stuff down because I'm trying. But
It's in the chat. It's in the
okay.
on Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, I see.
So that's 2 rounds in this room. Jeff, where were you going?
Going north on the aft of the
Can we
main
put
deck.
that? Hang on.
Okay. On the
door on the
starboard
right.
side.
Starboard side, yes.
Okay. So you should be able to go through that door. This spacious cabin contains a simple bed, wardrobe, and locker for storing personal effects. On the table is a journal scribed in elegant handwriting. The front of the journal says, "Property of First Mate Conant." The journal has artistic drawings of mermaids, birds, anchors, and other nautical-themed items on the cover and in the margins. A hatch on the opposite wall leads to a forward cabin.
So Anda is going to take and thumb through the book on the desk, while Lewis is going to investigate the items around the bed and the locker.
All right,
At the
you grab the logbook and like you randomly just kind of flip around and you go to the end, the final entries. You read, "Scheduled to drop anchor at least tomorrow. Eager to drop off the livestock and take my fill of rum. No doubt the captain and Stone Dahoot will force us to go to one of the Tiram ceremony. Hopefully it will be brief. Tiram's crushing the livestock with that black maul all night turns my stomach." Then there's another entry. "Alcar Stone, that daft fool Tiram fumbled some words during the ceremony and the demon thing exploded like a volcano. Several of the crew were riddled with shards of the captain's boy lost an eye. Return to ship so Lowell could patch us up. Loaded fresh livestock from Alviz. Har. I can't believe he actually wrote the word har, H-A-R, exclamation point. I can't believe the Addleplates on that backwater island continue to sign up for work. Fools.
And it's at that point.
These are not murders. We're being hunted by a scrag.
Wait, what?
I'd bet my life on it. The captain is worried about lighting lanterns and Abyss reavers. But sailors are being ripped apart. I swear I heard the beast scratching at the hull. Some are now refusing to enter the bilge as they swear they hear it breathing down there.
And this
Tim,
is
what are
where
you
Anda has. Hey, now do I get to check out the locker? What about the locker?
Yeah, maybe later. We'll see. What's up, Tim? It's almost we got to shut it down. I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You're good.
I'm making my way around into the room, and I seeing folks in there. I'm like, this thing says we're livestock, and that boat you were talking about is getting closer. And then I will remember that Don Key.
Go get the boat.
Is a sailor, is that right?
Yes.
Dan,
and I'll
do you
hand
keep
him.
reading the captain's log?
Sure. Yes.
I'll hand him the sextant. And was it just a sextant?
It was navigational tools. There was a sextant and a astrolabe.
I'll hand him the navigational tools and go like, you could probably use these more than me. But
Right.
there's a boat coming, and this thing says we're livestock.
Whatever.
We're
Yeah,
listed with
okay.
goat
Whatever the case
and
with that.
chickens.
Yes, I keep reading.
While that conversation is going, Dan's character reads aloud: "Made anchor in Liss, transported the human livestock to Tirum. Bit of trouble when a few woke up. Flogged Lowell for his incompetence. Despite slight delay, Tirum informs we are on schedule for tomorrow's ceremony. Tirum, Stone to Hood, and I will all agree that this latest shipment of livestock will please the gatherer Alcaraz." That's
Any,
4 rounds in this room.
Can we get that text in the chat or no?
I did.
Wait. we
Oh,
did?
no.
Not the last one.
There you go.
There. Thank you.
So while Lewis is checking the locker, Anda's going to come running out and starts explaining all of what he's read in this first mate's journal about the livestock and the murders and all that fun stuff to let everybody else know what's going on, assuming that we can piece all this together and figure out what we're really up against.
So yeah, Jeff's character runs out of the room and out of the first mate's quarters there. He sees that he's alone on the main deck, and he shouts out, "Hey, something's weird going on. They're calling us livestock," which is the same thing Tim's character just said. As he runs out of the first mate's quarters,
Lewis
The
is
three-
still in the room.
okay, the 3 pigs on the deck
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah,
all
I'm scared to know what's going to happen.
let's make them visible.
Wait, what? Oh.
Or no, we're on a different map.
I'm on the
One
main
is
map,
here.
main deck. Yeah.
One is here, and one is here.
Yeah.
Visible, visible, visible. All 3 of them stand up on their hind legs and oink angrily and charge.
Yeah.
And
on
that's
that
where we're
bombshell.
gonna
Like-
call it for the evening.
Like Porky Pig?
Yeah, they oink most angrily. But yeah, they are we're
Animal Farm.
that's where I thought we would have this combat to end the night, but you guys did all this other stuff. So going into next session, we will have this combat. So yeah, this has been Chain Theory. It's a new game, a new mechanic that Kevin and I have been writing over the last several months. We are, as I said at the beginning, we're using a Dungeon Crawl Classics funnel as a playtest, and as we're all big fans of Dungeon Crawl Classics, and I found a funnel that is based off of Alien, and as a big Alien fan, I chose this. I didn't tell the players what they were going into before we started, so this is all new information. But yes, this funnel is based on Alien. It is Alien on a ship in the ocean instead of a spaceship. So I don't know what we're playing next week. We haven't decided yet. I know we can't play the NASA game because Jenna will be out of town, as in in Hawaii. So
That's out of town.
yeah, that's way out of town. somebody she knows is graduating high school, and she feels that it's required for her to be there to attend the ceremony. Shocker. And I say that in 100% jealousy. Having been born there has always been one of my life goals to make it back. I don't know that I ever will. So I will have to, I've got to come up with something for next week. I don't know what that will be, but we'll have something going next Sunday night. And then we'll be back to this. We'll continue this story in 2 weeks. And then, of course, as you guys have seen, I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for the last several, the last couple of days. I bought it yesterday for Star Wars Day. I started Friday night. I bought it, and I started playing it Friday night. So I'm sure that will be going on the channel as well. Feel free to jump into chat and hang out with me while we do that. Brett wants you guys to be sure and take some bacon off of these pigs. Of course, with these guys standing up the way they did, you may not want to eat them. There may be something going on. That meat may be tainted.
It's more than tainted.
So yeah, thank you for joining us. To my players, Tim, Dan, Jeff, Jonathan, as always, it's always a great time playing with you guys. Coming up in 2 weeks, we should have our man Kevin back in the fold and be able to introduce some more of his characters, And I just went and looked. None of our buddies are streaming right now, so we're not gonna raid anybody. We're just going to call it a night. Brett, thank you for hanging out with us and watching. And if Brett, if you've been watching this, if you've noticed anything with the mechanic, anything that you saw that you have a question about or might have a suggestion about, please message me on the Discord server. Speaking of which, there's the Discord server. If anybody is watching and is not a member, by all means, please join. And yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go get some dinner and watch something. Maybe Star Wars. I've been on the big. I watched episode 1, 2, and 3, and then Rogue One yesterday, all in a back to back. So I may try this new show that they've put out, Tales of the Empire. I may give that a shot tonight. So once again, thanks to everybody for joining in. Thank you to my players. We'll see you next week for something, and we'll definitely see you in 2 weeks from tonight for more of Chain Theory. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I didn't get a good night, everybody, from that guy.
Good night,
Tim
everybody.
just shut his camera off. Look at him.
He gone.
We haven't even gone. I haven't shut it down yet. Tim just closed his window. He just hung up the call.
He's
Good night,
old.
everybody.